Hi guys, how you doing today? Today's May 12th, 2024, course FTT 122. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to disassemble some cartridges. They are not live, no primer pocket, no powder, nothing in them. So they are not live. And what we're going to do is measure them, get some diameter measurements and micrometers. I do have a micrometer here. And I also have a digital one because I am using a 7mm mag, which is a pretty big bullet here. So it's you can't get that measurement on the micrometer. So you have to use a digital one to get the length of the projectile. We will be using a bullet puller here. Make sure when you do this, you guys always get the right collect. And also gloves, safety first. So we're going to start here. I have some stuff here on the table. We're going to grab our first collect and our first projectile, which is the 9mm. We'll stick it inside the bullet puller. Came out very easily. Now when we get the measurements, we're going to use Cartridges of the World. Cartridges of the World is a good textbook to find when you get measurements from a cartridge. You can actually look into a measuring table in the back of the textbook, and it'll give you the measurements of like the case diameter, bullet length, rim diameter, all that good stuff. And it'll also tell you the page number, and you can actually get the page number and get it. Actually, now forgot to take the bullet out. Make sure you guys always do that. And that one came out. Bullet. So these aren't live rounds, like I said. So there's no priming compound, no primer pocket, no powder. So don't have to worry about putting that into anything. We're just gonna get some measurements today. And we are going to get some history and why it is important for a gunsmith to have this book and why it would be good for them to have it. Big boy here, 7mm. Love it. Okay, got our projectiles. And I already did a diagram for you guys because it will take a while to get all these measurements. For the 7mm, as you could see, you can't get that measurement on a micrometer, so you have to use a digital one. And the digital one, make sure when you turn it on, it is all the way in, and you press the 0 button to zero it out. And I'm doing this in inches, so you can switch it to millimeters, inches, and feet. So we're reading at 1.33. So 1.33 for the length of our projectile. And then I'm going to show you on the micrometer. This is our 30/30 right here. Make sure, like you said, when the cylinders touch, make sure your machine is zeroed out before you pull it back and measure or anything, so you get precise measurements. So we are reading at 8, 25, and 20. So I would do on my paperwork, I would do 8, 25, 20. I would add it, which gives me 840. Now, once you get them, you could kind of write it down like this. This gives you a drawing of the cartridge and the measurements here. Now, once you get your measurements of whatever cartridge you're working with, you can then go into the textbook and find out what you look at the very end. It'll give you, all your readings, all your measurements. At the top, you got your bullet diameter, your neck diameter, shoulder, all that good stuff. You would go down once you get your measurements, and it could be off by a little bit. So you always just keep looking at each one, get the very most accurate reading. And then you'll get your bullet, which is the 9mm Luger I found. Then it'll tell you at the end, page 450. So I would go to my 450 page, 450, and then I would, you know, have a description of it, some general comments, some historical notes, which is pretty awesome. Tells you everything about the bullet and things like that. So the bullets that I had, you know, just disassembled for you guys. The 7mm was introduced in Remington by 1962 and was brought out the same time as the improved bolt action 700 series. The 3030 was first American small bore smokeless powder sport cartridge designed by Winchester. It was the early 1895. The 38 was also known as the 38 Colt Special cartridge, developed by Smith & Wesson, introduced in the military and police model revolver in 1902. The 9mm Luger was introduced in 1902 with Luger automatic pistol. It was adopted first by the German Navy in 1904 and the German Army in 1908. So this is important for a gunsmith, an everyday gunsmith, so he can identify a cartridge that a customer may bring in that has no head stamping, or the customer might know what he or she firearm chambers. The gunsmith can use the cartridge measuring table, find the cartridges, get all the history for that cartridge and firearm that uses that cartridge. I hope this helps you guys. Thank you and have a good day.